Along with hypertension, diabetes, and high blood pressure, HIV and AIDS is still an issue that affects the African American community. We all need to be involved in the fight, whether we're infected or not.
Hi, my name is Edward Harris, and I've been positive with HIV for 29 years. I think that the black community should be more involved with HIV and AIDS because it's at one time was a detrimental disease. Now it's a controlled disease, and it's not like that you're living with no chance of becoming a better person. But now that we have the better medications, so you can live a healthier and more prosperous life.
Hey, little gay boys and girls and fag hags and straight boys who love me and sneak and watch my shows too. Today we're going to be talking about more of a serious topic. It's something that I wanted to get to, and we're going to be doing more of this dialogue. We're going to be talking about living with HIV and AIDS today. I feel like there's a lack of dialogue about it, especially in the African American communities. And so today I want to talk to one of my friends. His name's Edward Harris. And Edward, say hello to all the beautiful people out there.
Hello, y'all beautiful people.
Edward, he's been living with HIV for the past
29 years. I was diagnosed in 1981.
And how has life been living with HIV?
Well, in the beginning, I didn't know a whole lot about it, but I was in such good health. My T count was like 1,775. My bile load was very low. I didn't need medications then, so I've been going without medications for at least 27 years.
Wow. So you didn't take any medicine for...
Any medicine.
Now, I know that there's a lot of debate about, whether or not people should take medicines or not, and I believe people should take medicines. I believe that it helps people to live as long as possible. Would you recommend that to anybody else, to not take medication?
No, I wouldn't, because the medications that they have up now, in the beginning, when I first started out with this, it was a disastrous disease, but we only had AZT and 3TC, and that was the only medications they had, so they were giving it to everybody, no matter what the strand of HIV was. But nowadays, we have protease inhibitors, so that means that they can kind of test it against what your body can take. So we have such a different array of medications that you have a choice nowadays. So you don't have to deal with as many side effects, because a lot of people are afraid of side effects. That's why they won't take medication. And they feel that they're going to have these side effects forever. But if you go through initial, maybe 2, maybe to 3 weeks, and then after that, your body adjusts.
What are some of the side effects that people might face?
Drowsiness, nausea, sometimes itching, because the medication sometimes may contain sulfur. Like Bactrim, for instance, but it's a very strong.
And diarrhea is one of them too, right?
Diarrhea.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are really afraid of diarrhea.
Yeah.
But I know it's still important to take your medication.
Right.
It's very important to take your medication. And he's a really sweet guy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now, if you don't mind, how did you get HIV?
That was transmitted from one of my partners. And the reason why I know who it was is because I've never been a promiscuous person. I always deal with one person at a time. So back in Richmond, and this was in 81, back in Richmond, 81, that was the only person that I was with. And so he could only have been the person that I got it from. So I tried to find him to tell him before I moved from Richmond, because I've been here since 1985. But I did some other moving around as well. But I haven't heard or seen or heard from him since. And I was just wondering that, did he ever find out that he was positive, because he gave it to me, so I knew he had to be already positive.
Right.
And see, back then, a whole lot of people were talking about it because it was like taboo.
It was taboo. So This is another reason why it's extremely important to know your status now. How did you find out that you had HIV?
Well, I was at the hospital for STD that I contracted from him as well. So 3 doctors from the CDC came in the room. I already knew I knew it was something that's detrimental, because 3 of them came in, they had the little tags on, Centers for Disease Control. So I said, that must be a big thing, But actually, I really just thought it was just the STDs that I had. I thought I had either gonorrhea or syphilis, which I did. I had syphilis and didn't know it, and that's what was making me sick. So I came to the hospital, and he told me then that I had syphilis, and that they treated it And then a little while after that, they came back in and told me, and also you have HIV.
Wow.
And that was just, really wow.
Wow. So how have you found the courage to go on living with HIV? What have you done to help you get over this?
Well, one thing is that I attended Austin Center, and I've been coming here for 20 years.
Austin Center is a program that works to, it is specialized in HIV and AIDS treatment. So they have been a help, especially here in Washington, D.C. And I'm pretty sure they have other networks that they have outside of the city.
Yeah, we have another sister center called Max Robinson over in Southeast by, actually it's on Martin Luther King Avenue, about a couple of blocks from the Anacostia Metro Station.
Right. Now we got a couple of minutes left. Now I know there were a couple of times that I was afraid that I had HIV, and so I know about Max Robinson Center because I went and visited. So what are some things that, especially youth, because I know youth are very at risk, what are some things that youth can do to avoid getting HIV, or if they're living with it, what can they do?
Okay, now the three things that you can do that you can avoid HIV is, one of them is either be a virgin, the second is have safe sex by using a condom, or the third thing is practice abstinence.
What about those who are living with HIV?
Now the people that are living with HIV, for the ones that find it hard and recognizing and dealing with it, they can talk to a person like a mentor, and they can tell them their story and have them understand where they come from in that story, and then they can help them out with their story so that they can approach someone else, and like they say, each one teach one, and they can pass it on.
This is my friend Edward. Edward, thank you so much for talking to me on my channel. I love you so much. Well, this is wonderful, and we need to have more dialogue about it because it's an issue that affects us all. Until the next time, I love you, babies. Please watch, subscribe, and we will continue this dialogue. Say bye, Edward.
Bye.
Thank y'all for joining us again. We'll see y'all soon. Bye, baby.